Hello folks, welcome to our first video, and in this video we will be taking a look at the top 3 indicators slash tools that you can use to maximize your profits and will also help you in taking the high probable trades. So without any further much ado, let's get started. So the first tool or the indicator that I'm going to show you on the list is pivot point standard. So for this example, I'm using TradingView as a charting platform, but you can use any one of your choice. So I'll go into the indicators and just click on pivot point standard, and all the levels will be plotted on the chart automatically. So let's understand what is pivot points basically. So pivot points are the average calculations of previous trading sessions high and lows. So for example, if I'm trading on Tuesday, so the levels that have been plotted for Tuesday are the average calculations of yesterday's, that is Monday's high and low. Okay, so obviously the line which is written with P on it is a pivot level. The above are the R1, R2, which are the resistances, and below are the supports like the support 1, support 2 and support 3. So if you have a basic knowledge of resistance and support, then you will get a very easy understanding of this. So as you can see, the stock is taking clearly a beautiful resistance, like facing a resistance on R3 and beautifully taking a support on this level. So this proves that this pivot levels are working very good on this particular stock, that is TCS. I will not say that this works on every stock, but definitely works on most of them. So one more tip that I would like to add on this is that whenever the stock goes from below and crosses the pivot level and closes the candle above the pivot level, that is P written over here, with high volumes, then there is a shift in the trend and the trend might be bullish. So whenever you find a stock that is below pivot level or just closed above the pivot level, then there are like highly good chances that the stock is going to be in the uptrend for long durations. The next indicator on the list is the ADX. ADX stands for Average Directional Index. So we will be using this on the highly volatile indexes of India, that is Bank Nifty and Nifty. You can use it on either of these. So let's get started. So I plotted ADX and I have also marked a level that is a 30 level. So it doesn't need to be accurate. It can be like 31, 32 or 28, 29, but it needs to be around 30. So I've plotted in. So let's talk about what is ADX. So basically ADX does look like RSI, but it is not RSI. It does not work like RSI does. RSI just indicates like the overbought and oversold, but this does not do that. ADX basically tells you or indicates that there is going to be a trending market, or the market is going to have a certain movement, that is upward or downward movement, but it does not in any way signifies that it is going to be a uptrend or a downtrend. You just have to figure it out by yourself. So let's get started. So whenever the line over here crosses from below to above and crosses it above 30 level, so it is observed by myself that the stock or the market is trending. So let's observe in this situation. See over here, the level has been crossed and you can see the market seems to be very trendy. And one more thing I would like to add in this is, whenever you are using ADX and on Nifty Bank or Nifty and you are a option buyer, this will help you, but you need to also take things into consideration that whenever you are option buying, please make sure that you are not going beyond 2 days. You are not holding it beyond 2 days. Like for example, if you're doing it intraday, it's well and good, 2 to 3 days, then I would suggest that don't go for it. Just do a BTHT or intraday. That's very good, and that will give you a good return on your investment. So let us understand how does ADX work. So when the line crosses above 30, the market is the market seems to be very trending, right? But when the line declines, what does that mean? Whenever the line seems to be declining, it is observed that the market goes sideways for a bit, like for sideways for a moment. Whenever you see when the line is in a declining position, the market seems to be not so trending. I mean, it does not move. It can be volatile, but it will be in a very short range, a tighter range, that is called sideways momentum. So being an option buyer, it is very difficult to find a perfect trade, a perfect trending market in some days, but most of the times the market is in sideways. So whenever you get a chance, you don't have to miss it, right? So use this indicator and use it to the fullest. And I'm not telling that depending fully on the ADX indicator is going to give you a edge in the options trading, but yeah, this is a filter, and use this as a filter and filter only. So the third indicator, or you can say the tool on the list, is the volume profile. So what you have to do, go and press and hold the long position tool over here and click on fixed range volume profile. So you can get the volume profile over here. And now let's see if you have to take a swing trade, for example. So over here I am observing a great pattern. So let's draw the trend lines. Okay, so I plotted the trend lines, and as you can see, this is a triangular pattern. And when you find or observe patterns like this and you are planning to go for a swing trade for medium or long term, so what you need to do is do this procedure to get an edge over your swing trades. So what you have to do is click on the about trend line and then just take it to the end and mark it again. So here you can see the histogram has been plotted, and there is a red bold line over here. So what does a volume profile mean? Volume profile means that a particular volume activity is happening at a particular price. So the red line over here is on 444 price, which means that on this particular price there is the highest volume activity happening. So for you to take a trade in this stock, that is Wipro, the stock needs to break this price and go above. So for example, when the trend line is broken and for instance you take a trade in here, there is very less chances that the stock might go up. But if it breaks the volume profile range, there are chances that it will go long. So for example, if this line has been broken and the candle closes above, so for example you take a trade over here, you take a long position, you build a long position, and you keep your stop loss just beneath this level, and you're planning for a 1:1 risk reward. So within 2 weeks you get a 1:1 risk reward, and that is absolutely brilliant trade. Look at this. But for this to happen, you need to find a stock in a particular channel or pattern, and then use volume profile, and then plan according to your risk management, position sizing, and whatever thing that you need to do before taking a trade, and then execute your trade, and you can observe a highly profitable trade over here. So that's the last and the third tool that I use. These are the three top tools that I use to maximize my profits. And as you can see, I have covered intraday for the pivots and for medium term investing. The pivot levels help very well in the equities. Then the ADX for the index trading for the option buyers. And then last, to take an edge or get an edge over the swing trading. So this is purely for the swing trading purposes. I will not suggest you to use this in intraday, but if you're comfortable, you can go ahead. And also take note of this point that this 30 level is not a benchmark. This is my personal opinion, and this is the level that I follow, but you can experiment And if you're comfortable with any other level, then it is very good if you are getting an edge over another level. But with the pivot points, it is ready-made. You cannot do modifications into it. So that's it for the video. If you like this video, then do give a like and subscribe for more such videos. Till then, see you in the next video.